Gluten is a general name for two types of protein found in wheat. It's used to give dough its elastic texture and is used in many foods to help keep its shape. Gluten is found in almost all wheat, barley, and rye products like cereals, soups, breads, pastas, malt vinegars, and even food coloring. Wheat gluten is also often used as a vegetarian substitute for meat. Recently, gluten has become one of the most popular buzzwords in food distribution, as a billion-dollar market has sprung up around the gluten-free trend. Gluten-free Pop-Tarts, gluten-free beer, gluten-free Betty Crocker cake mix, gluten-free menus, gluten-free shopping aisles, and even gluten-free communion wafers. For most people, gluten is completely harmless and is in fact an excellent source of protein, iron, fiber, and B vitamins. However, for 1% of the population with celiac disease, gluten can have some serious side effects. Celiac disease is a rare allergy to gluten with symptoms that include diarrhea, anemia, bone pain, severe skin rash, and damage to the small intestine. When people with celiac disease eat foods containing gluten, their body creates antibodies which treat the gluten as a foreign invader and attacks the stomach lining. Other people suffer from gluten intolerance. Now, having gluten intolerance won't tear up your stomach lining or cause any serious side effects. It just makes you feel uncomfortable, and the side effects can range from having a headache to feeling bloated. Unfortunately, there's no scientific way to test for a gluten intolerance. You just have to stop eating foods with gluten and see if you feel better. So why has the gluten market become such a huge trend if not that many people react to gluten to begin with? A recent study showed that only 8 to 12% of people who purchase gluten-free foods actually suffered from celiac disease or gluten intolerance. Most people simply thought that these products were healthier or of higher quality or would help them lose weight, when in reality, none of that is probably true. Peter H.R. Green, MD, and director of the Celiac Disease Center at Columbia University, recently stated, "Many people may just perceive that a gluten-free diet is healthier. In fact, it isn't. For people with celiac disease, a gluten-free diet is essential, but for others, unless people are very careful, a gluten-free diet can lack vitamins, minerals, and fiber." One study on wheat and gluten allergies suggested that the rise in gluten sensitivity was a result of the changing chemical and manufacturing processes of wheat. Whatever the cause, gluten remains one of the biggest hot-button issues in food today. For more information about consumer trends, check out Mashable's latest coverage, and don't forget to watch the other videos in our Mashable Explained series.